One day I'll learn. Okay, chat, we're gonna do some Steam Greenlight. It's late, but I feel like we can do 1 queue worth of Steam Greenlight. So thanks for hanging out with me. Sorry it got a little bit rough there. Game's hard, man. Game's really hard. And this controller is a challenge. This little thing is weird, and the buttons are slightly in weird places. But I'm getting there. I'm starting to figure it out. Slowly. Just like you with CSGO, just without the toxic community. Does CSGO not have a toxic community? I thought they did. But I've never played CSGO. It's been heaps of fun. I'm gonna work that controller looks odd. Yeah, it's weird. It's a an Elite controller. Oh. But it has paddles on the back. See this little paddle here? You can install 4 of these and they can do different things. So like, I'm using my paddle as my dash and I'm pushing in the stick to counter guard break. Is that controller more comfortable? It's comfortable. I have no complaints. It's a bit big, so if you have small hands, it might be tricky, but I enjoy it. CSGO community is worse than Call of Duty. Is Call of Duty bad? That's another game I don't play. What other character would you play? My second best is Shugoki. Third best would be probably Raider or Conqueror. It is almost time to start like getting into another character, especially because like the basics. The problem with Shugoki is the way he is best played right now is pretty cheesy. Like, so with the Peacekeeper, I can often win matches without actually matching my opponent in skill. Because the Peacekeeper has a lot of weird options and there's a lot of different things you can do without knowing the hardcore basics of the game. Shugoki right now, the way people play him currently, is the same way. With the running into guard break, into bowling people over and doing heavies and pushing them into walls and doing the grabs and stuff. A lot of that doesn't require fundamentals of the game, really, whatsoever. And then the next character I'm most interested in is the Raider, and the Raider is like playing the game on super hard mode. So I'm good at 2 cheesy characters, and I'm bad at Raider because Raider is very difficult to get good with. You can get good with the Raider and you can get a crazy high KDA, but it takes a longer period of time than other characters. So I need like a 4th character. I need to jump on Nobushi or Valkyrie or Conqueror. I'd probably consider. Really, I main Raider. I don't know if I find him difficult. It's not a question of difficulty. You just stuck with him from open beta? Well then, I mean, obviously you're naturally good at him because you've put tons of hours. Conqueror's fun. Yeah, I play Conqueror a lot. The problem with Conqueror is that the flail charge, which is like half of his kit, isn't really a thing when you're playing against good players. So I don't know. Berserker might be the easiest transition, maybe. I'm considering Valkyrie. I would maybe consider Kensei again, but Kensei felt really slow and weird. Raider isn't weak so much as he has almost no kit, and what he does is 100% unsafe. Yeah. The flail charge is good even if it only flashes once. I'll consider. Warden? I don't know about Warden. Maybe. Don't bother with Kensei for now. Kensei's so fast. I find Kensei so slow. I know he's fast. His dashes and stuff are fast, but yeah, I just find Kensei really slow. Lawbringer, Raider, Orochi, etc. don't know. I gotta think about it. Because my thing is, like, I don't want to play a boring character. If I wanted to win at For Honor today, I'd learn I'd learn the fucking... sorry, I've been drinking. I'd learn the Warlord right now, and it'd be no problem. But I don't like the Warlord at all. I think he's boring looking. His playstyle is like, what the fuck is going on? He's so generic, it pains me. So Warlord's off the table. Lawbringer is... I find the Lawbringer is interesting, but there's so many... I don't get Lawbringer, like, fundamentally. I know he has all these mix-ups and wall bouncing and everything, like, but I don't know. And I feel like Lawbringer, you really have to be good before you can crush people. But I mean, that's true with everything. So right now, I'd consider Berserker, I'd consider Conqueror more. Shugoki, definitely. Shugoki is my second place. Right now, he's like my off main. And I've had some really good games as Shugoki, but I've also had some really fucking bad games as Shugoki. So I don't know. Lawbringer's a servant of the law of gravity. Valkyrie, Valkyrie's high on my list because Valkyrie's really fast. Valkyrie, ever since she got her buffs, I haven't heard anything negative about her. She's really cool. And I just think she's a great character. Like, she's a great design, and her play style is really interesting. And so, yeah, she's pretty high up on my list right now. But anyway, we're gonna do Steam Greenlight because that's what we're here for. Talk shows. 4,000 viewers watching talk shows right now. But I just had a rough day today, and I can contribute about 50% of that to this controller. Learning a new controller is never easy, certainly, especially one where you're using a paddle for your dash. But all in all, I would say we did pretty good. I definitely eventually went on tilt and started playing worse and worse, although I almost brought it back at the end. But with a little more practice, I think this controller will be much better. If you don't want it, I'll take it. No. This controller will be a much better choice than my my PS4 controller. And I want to save my PS4 controller for PS4 games because I've had PS4 controllers die, and they're really expensive. I mean, this is expensive too, but PS4 controllers are really expensive to replace, at least every time I've ever tried to replace one. And I want to reserve it just for PlayStation games, because there's a lot of those coming up that I want to play. So this will be my PC controller from now on. But yeah, overall it worked out pretty good. I don't know how I could ever play with two paddles though. That's fucking madness. One paddle is enough to just make me constantly question everything I'm doing, but two paddles would be a disaster. Okay, but anyway, let's do Steam Greenlight. Okay, so our options here for tonight. Oh, I need music. Jesus, what is this music? This is good music, but it's not Steam Greenlight music. You'll get it eventually, Ty. I know. It's just it can be demoralizing sometimes. Today isn't that bad. Like I've definitely had worse days where I've had days where I come out of the stream and I'm like, I think I'm done with For Honor, which is really bad because I have emotes dedicated to it and I have all these upcoming things I want to do in tournaments and commentary and everything, and I would hate to get to a point where I dislike the game, but I always bounce back. And today was started off really good and then kind of dipped when I started playing with Peeve. I'm not blaming it on Peeve or anything, but we had some good games, and I think it was just facing the same viewers over and over, and they adapted to our play style, and we didn't adapt to theirs at all, and we started getting shit on by Peeve's viewers. But what's really funny is, like, yeah, it drains you. I'm only second prestige. Those of you that sit around no-lifing this game, I don't know how you do it. I don't know how you can play this game for hours a day and not, like, start to just lose your mind. Because the game turns my brain to mush, like, really quickly. Which is good. I haven't had a game like that in a really long time. Dark Souls 1 was the last time where, like, I would play a game all day and just, like, lose my mind, and it was crazy. But the fact that, like, some of you've played pretty much full time since the game has come out, that's craziness. I'm impressed because I can't do it yet. One day. Once everything is committed to muscle memory and I can play the game without thinking. Dark Souls 1 was like that. I can play Dark Souls 1 without thinking at all. I can literally just be talking to the chat, like actually killing people and like doing all sorts of crazy shit, but For Honor isn't quite there yet. It's going to take a long time before it's like fully muscle memory, and then I think when I'm not thinking about the specifics of the mechanics, then the game, everything will just kind of fall into place. The only thing I can know life strategy is strategy games. Fair enough. Ty, please, no. Please just... Okay, let's get this music happening. And let's take a look. Right? Oh, it's so good. Oh, chat. That's the music of our people. Let me just tweet real quick. Oh, that's so nice. All right. Hey, Ty, can I recommend a game for Steam Greenlight today? Yeah, halfway through. I'll let you know. We're gonna start with these though. Okay. Who is going to pick today? Trundle. Trundle with 2 R's. I would like you to pick the first game we are going to review in the Steam Greenlight queue. Your choices are Unworthy, Daymare 1998, Ratty Caddy, Paco 2, Jester's Quest, Belial Art of the Devil, Project Aflan, March on the Beach, and X Space 9 Beyond the Dark Frontier. I'm guessing that's what it... Choose wisely, because when you pick garbage, you become the garbage. So don't be a big garbage and pick well. I'm kidding. Some of these look deliciously trash. I can't wait to get back into developing my own game. I'm so excited for the new setup and the new house and everything, because like I'm gonna get back into those game development streams really hardcore. Jester's Quest. Are you kidding? You don't think that's gonna be shovelware? I'm just kidding. Okay, chat. It begins. It begins. Oh, for fuck's sake. You know when this is the first screen, it's bad times. No animals, goblins, trolls, knights, evil wizards, smart blonde girls, nifty cops, or any other fairyland being were harmed during shooting on... What? Appropriate audiences should watch something else. All stunts were performed by skilled pixel actors. Do not try to imitate their performance at home. Doing games is ungrateful work. Do not try this at home also. This game contains pixel violence and embarrassing humor not suitable for 3D graphics worshippers and dreeps. You are sitting too close if you can read this. Chat, already we're off to a top caster start. Just saying. Let's go. I'm going to tell you a story about a little jester and his quest. Mama, Dada. But this was only the beginning. So that was Jester's Quest. Jester's Quest is a fairy tale Metroidvania platform with some RPG elements. Jester's Quest is using Unreal Engine 4 and some of its effects in symbiosis with classic pixel art. Navigate Little Jester in open world map to more than 50 different levels and solve puzzles, fight enemies, and help villagers with their problems. Well, that was quite easy. As a little jester, you have to save the kingdom and get half of the princess. Or how was it? Only true pixel art counts. No high-res sprites or textures, only carefully selected pixels. No skeletons, bone, okay. Modern, no-life animations, only old-school fancy frame-by-frame, like LucasArts classics, handmade animation. Okay, they're really playing up the pixel art. Jester with his main weapon, Pogocello, can attack enemies with 2 buttons combo-style combat system. You can link primary attack, damage dealer, and secondary radial damage or block breaker, and mix them together with multiple secondaries like magic cards or jack-in-the-box bombs, or the special fairy attacks. Oh, don't you know that you have some fairies in your bag? Okay, so this game is a big mess, but it's a good mess. It's one of those things where, like, there's so much going on and there's so much, like, heart and soul poured into the game, but I'm very hesitant to think it's gonna be good, like a good game. It looks really cool, and there's tons of work put into it. And the animations, well, the running animation was fucking horrendous, but everything else looked really good. I hated the Jester's running animation. It was way too, like expressive in, like, a really almost bad way. I think his running animation had too many frames, and a lot of times more frames means better because it's smoother, but it looked like he was, like, his stride, like he was running in slow motion, but it was, like, spread out. I don't know. There's something that irked me about his running animation. Other than that, most things looked okay. This screenshot looks like it's a game from the 80s, like the way he's, like, standing on this boulder. But overall, I would say it's okay. The pixel art was pretty good. It's not the best pixel art I've ever seen, certainly, but it's definitely passable. Interesting modern effects woven into it. I hate this. This is the goddamn worst, like, poster screen they could have ever made. And the font they used in the video was a crime. It was just crimes. This right here, hang on. This font is a crime to put with this pixel art. Also, the fidelity. So there's something that also really bugs me here. I've got to criticize things where I can. A lot of you, well, okay. So at a glance, you know, they mentioned retro, pixel, etc. One of the issues I'm having with this is that some layers of I'm pausing the music because I want to make a point. Some layers of the depth with regards to like the background and the foreground are one fidelity, I'll say, like one resolution. And the further back it goes, the higher resolution, which is strange, but also kind of bad. I think it's just for these weird little cutscenes, and maybe this is just part of like the intro video, but like the inconsistent resolution of the pixel art bugs me because it's kind of a no-no. Like, for instance, this witch here looks like you ran it through like it looks like you took a photo or a painting of a witch and turned it into a GIF at a really low color threshold, which is causing all of this like bad pixelation. Like, this witch looks like garbage, but everything around it, all the foreground elements are nice. It's nice pixel art. It's well rendered. It's everything. I don't know what this is or where you stole it or why it looks so bad. But like there's different fidelity going on here, and it's causing my eye to jump all over the place. So I actually, for the most part, dislike the art. Especially now watching it again, I'm like, Like, yeah, a lot of work went into this game, but like, oh. Watching it again makes me just like, It's still a pass. At the end of the day, no matter how much I criticize the art, and there's something wrong about the game. There's something wrong about the whole thing, but it's still a pass. Like, by far it's a pass. I hate, oh, fuck yeah. Really? Hang on, was there text in the game? Oh, I think the characters talk in symbols. Okay, you're lucky. Because when you list your game as English, Arabic, Bulgarian, Czech, Danish, Dutch, Finnish, French, German, Greek, Hungarian, blah, 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 that means Google Translate. So I'm guessing there's no text in the game. But anyway, this is a yes. I'm gonna give it a 60, and I think that's being a bit. I'm tempted more for about a 55, just because I think this is gonna be a big fucking mess. And what I've seen, it doesn't look like it plays very well. But some of the art and some of the animations and some of what's going on here is really nice, and some of it is really shit. So it's like, it's a balance. There's no consistency. But overall, it's a yes. I'll give it a 60 and a pass. It's weird and it's kind of cool, and who knows, maybe it'll be good. But there's definitely some like rules being broken, and not in a good way. Because usually when you break artistic rules, it's because you know how to do better. If you're breaking an art rule and you know how to make it better, that's fine. But that's not happening here. There's definitely some stuff that's not kosher. Anyway, we're gonna move on, but that was pretty cool. Okay, so the next thing we're gonna look at is called Unworthy Beginnings, or Unworthy. Maybe it's just Unworthy, and this is the Beginnings trailer. I see what you mean about the run animation. Yeah, you gotta watch it a couple more times and kind of see there's like something weird going on about that. And that font was... I'm a graphic designer. I have a degree. So when I tell you that a font is wrong, I'm not being abnormally savage, and I'm not trying to like be high society with you guys. But like, if your game is pixel art and you're using a sharp medieval font in pure white on top of your like pixel art, no, you fucked up. You fucked up. You need to fix that. Anyway, Unworthy. Okay, so we got 2 pixel art games in a row. Damn. Now what's interesting is to make a comparison of what we just saw to the previous game. I would say it's more or less unanimous. This game looks better than the previous one. And the previous one had all these colors and crazy characters and animation, all this skipping gesture and all this fucking fire and explosions. And we just looked at a grayscale game done entirely in silhouettes. Like if a game like Limbo was pixel art. And I think it's unanimous, this game looks way fucking better. Way better across the board. And it's because it's consistent. The universe makes sense visually. Anyway, so this is incredibly Dark Souls inspired. Like, holy shit. But not in a bad way. I would say, given that it's a... The silhouette choice is really interesting because doing a game entirely in silhouette and black and white allows you to put so much more for so much less effort and resources. And that's actually really smart. I respect that from an indie game developer because by watching this, I have a feeling that there's going to be a lot more to this game than other games in a similar like genre made by a small indie studio. Like when small indie studios tackle big pixel art, fantasy, roguelike, Metroidvania kinds of games, a lot of times they're fairly limited because it's so much work. But because this game's all in silhouettes, I have a feeling it's going to be really kick-ass and probably a lot of content. I like everything about this. The animations were super cool. The trailer was presented very nicely. The graphic design and the interface elements are all really nice. I like that the main character just looks like a Black Knight from Dark Souls 1 with Gwyn's sword and maybe a great shield. Yeah, really nicely done. So we're gonna say yes, and we're gonna favorite and follow this. I'm gonna give it an 85. And the description is a hardcore combat-focused Metroidvania without jumping. Prepare to die a lot. That's what the game website says. Here's what Unworthy really is. Souls-like Metroidvania without jumping. A hard game. Dark and about serious issues, like killing weirdo monsters. A very hard game. Has stylized monochromatic pixel art. A very, very hard game. A game with absurdly competent and dynamic AI. Multiple branching areas, stories, super secret story, hard as a rock. Leveling system with skill tree and custom perks. Supports controller, multiple meaning design secondary weapons, loot, death. Here's what it isn't, a walking simulator. Good description. Yeah. This is how it's fucking done, chat. You can make a game entirely in black and white and knock it the fuck out of the park, and they did it. This is really cool, and I need this game in my library right now. So yes, this is... we went from the previous game, which some people thought was pretty good. I gave it a 50, or no, I gave it a 60. I was being generous. This is a solid 85 toward a 90. Really cool. I like it a lot. Okay, let's move on. Definitely gonna have to play that. Okay, I'm interested now. You've got my attention. Daymare 1998. Okay, maybe not. 6 minutes. Is there another trailer? What is this? Kickstarter cinematic trailer. Let's start with this one and then do the gameplay. Okay, chat. Daymare 1998. $90, come on, Ty. 90s are special. Like, oh, hang on. And I saw an angel coming down from the heaven, having the key of the abyss and holding in its hand a great chain.
I can't believe all this happened. And I can't believe it's all your fault. Dead people. What the hell were we carrying? 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 What the hell were we carrying?
Now I know what Jean Claude Van Damme has been doing since his, like, internet movie thing he made, or his TV show. We found Jean Claude Van Damme, guys. It's him. Fucking, why is the video crashing? What the fuck is going on? The game doesn't like me making fun of Jean Claude Van Damme.
What the hell were we carrying? What the hell were we carrying? What the hell were we carrying?
What the hell were we carrying? Carrying? Anyway, sorry to ruin the video, but I don't think it's gonna get any better.
It's not your problem anymore.
It's the same guy.
Now, it's mine.
Daymare. So first of all, Daymare is just about the worst name I've ever heard for a video game ever in my life. If a first party like AAA studio announced a game called Daymare, imagine the Twitch chat at E3 for that announcement. Like, hello E3, I'm fucking Josh McDonald, the head of fucking, what studio did they say this was? Invader Studios. I have a brand new thing to announce to the world. Prepare yourselves for Daymare. And the chat would just be like lulls for like a day. The whole day, if you logged on to Twitch, it would just be it would be lulls forever. Lulls and like Kappa and fucking Daymare, lull forever. Anyway, just saying, you picked a terrible name, but anyway, let's look at gameplay. I'm being abnormally savage with this game because I think that was really funny, and we found Jean Claude Van Damme. I've also had a little bit to drink, so perhaps I'm biased, but what the hell were we carrying? This actually looks really good. Holy shit. This looks like Resident Evil, like one of the like Resident Evil 5 style, but no, what was the one that had like the special agents? It was like one of the in-between Resident Evil games that me and Colton and yeah, like Dead Space. Well, Dead Space is an example, but let's see. This actually looks not bad at all. Okay. Dude, I am actually impressed by what I'm seeing here. They don't expect me to read that. This is so Resident Evil like 4, well, not 4, more 5. Okay, I gotta see some more of anything. BDSM, yeah. No, like I don't think it compares to those games, but it looks pretty good. The atmosphere is nice. The animations were decent. The this is super Resident Evil inspired. Oh my god. Okay, fuse is in place. Yeah, do some puzzles. Let's see some more zombos. Show me like a mini boss. Oh. So it is a generic zombie game thus far. There's no HUD. I'm sure it's just the alpha footage. What the hell were we carrying? Oh, hang on. No headshots, just like awkward body shots. Oh, hang on. There's a jump scare. Pretend you didn't see that, chat. Bam! That limp, though. Are you gonna turn and fight or just run? What am I seeing? Is that a heal of some kind? Or like the guy like can't. Oh, there he goes. Okay, this is an extremely low budget Resident Evil sort of knockoff, but I actually don't hate it. It's actually not that bad. Is he trying to shoot like environmental things to try and blow? I love how the first 2 enemies died in like 2 shots, and this guy's tanky as fuck. Stolen sound effects? I'm sure that's just for the... I mean, I would hope they would fix that. Ty, it's bad? Shush! I think it's greenlightable. It's bad, period. You shush, Lolliot. What do you know about good games? Okay, so initially I was kind of excited. Much less so now. But I think it's still a pass, given some of the shit we've seen on Steam Greenlight. So, you're stolen. I have proof. Steals you. Wow. You you said it was and then you did it. It doesn't work. You gotta say it after you do it. What about Karen? Am I okay greenlighting a game called Daymare? Not really, but I'm gonna say yes, because although it's awkward and although it's not finished and it's got some weird elements, I think it's worthy of being on Greenlight, given some of the shit we've seen. So yeah, I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna give it a 59 because it's. No, I'm gonna give it a 55. I'm gonna give it a 55. Because yeah, it looked like an extremely low budget Resident Evil like throwback. And some elements of it were actually really cool. A terrifying old school survival horror game from the creators of terrifying old school survival horror from the creators of Resident Evil and Invader Studios. Resident Evil 2 fan remake. This, you can't put this and then like fix it after. This isn't, no, and Invader Studios Resident Evil 2 fan remake. Wait, no. No, that means Invader Studios made a Resident Evil 2 remake, but it's saying from the creators of Resident Evil? Hang on, the Kickstarter page will tell all. Fixed camera mode, Jesus. Supported by Legends. Capcom has been really supportive of us and offered us great help over the months. Meanwhile, key members of the Resident Evil history are excited by our work and some even want to join us. You really stretched that, didn't you? Wait. Producer associate? Resident Evil 3 Nemesis? Not just anyone can have an opportunity to receive feedback. That doesn't count. So you showed your game to him. He said it was cool, and you listed him as a producer associate? Game credits, Resident Evil as a planner. Wait. Resident Evil Capcom as a planner. Oh, wait, no. They're saying this guy did all these things? Wait, what do you do? Hang on. Okay, this is one guy. Oh, yeah. So these are all the things he did. So this guy said some nice stuff and you showed him your game. So you put a huge bio about him. Then Satoshi Nakai, Invader Studios enemy designer. Immense experience in the field, right, man? We are still amazed at having an artist like him. Excited about Daymare. Game credits. Okay, you know what? This is actually their enemy designer, and he worked on legit shit. Resident Evil, Code Veronica, Streets of Rage 2, Resident Evil 0, Astro Boy, Contra Rebirth, and Virtua Fighter. Virtua Fighter? Holy shit, that's old school. I mean, all of 1993, but still. Popular Japanese games developer who worked for Capcom and Square Enix in the 90s? But what role is he? Resident Evil Dino Crisis? Oh, you know what? Interesting. It's kind of a shame that they're working on this, but it has potential. This kills me. You think someone on their staff would be like, yo, we worked on Resident Evil. What is this, like, 90s? Well, it is from 1998, but what is this bad Photoshop 90s garbage going on here? And who named it Daymare? Anyway, I'm going to give it a yes. I'm not changing my rating. It's still a 55, but they really, really worked their contacts for that one. Interesting. So I'm gonna give it a yes, and we're gonna move on. But holy shit, Daymare is a bad name. Don't call your game Daymare. Daymare Edge. Master of Karate and Friendship. It's true. Okay, the next thing we're gonna look at is called Ratty Caddy.
This summer,
Oh God.
to save the world.
This is your trailer? No. Why are they all so dead-eyed and horrible? This is so bad. Chat, given the trailer you just saw, what are you voting for? What game are we voting for on Steam Greenlight? Oh, it's like a bad PlayStation 1 adventure game, like a Bug's Life. Okay, I gotcha. So it's a Bug's Life with rats, morphine, and bad jokes. Oh. Holy shit, this looks horrible. This looks horrible. Everything is so dead-eyed. Like, they've all seen some bad shit. Awful environmental modeling. Like, the textures are way too stark. There's no lighting whatsoever. Really just... Why is the rat made of glass? Is that a cat? That's the cat, right? Why is the cat made of glass? Is she supposed to be made of glass? Why are there two screenshots of you, like, in a... This is a big garbage, is what this is. Concept. Ratty Caddy is a multiplayer co-op game about the adventures of a domestic cat, Caddy, and the hazel mouse, Ratty, who eats the foods in the house, feeds its babies, and lives in a little rat nest. Caddy must protect the foods in the kitchen from Ratty, but Ratty must steal foods from the kitchen in order to feed its babies. Ratty, Hazel Mouse. Yeah, it's a ratty name. It's a mouse named Ratty. Hazel Mouse must feed its babies in the rat nest with the food in the kitchen for their lives. Hazel Mouse must feed its babies in the rat nest with the foods in the kitchen for their lives. If I was in grade 3 and I put that sentence in like a school paper of some kind, I would get an X beside that. And people on Steam Greenlight are writing sentences like that. Was it made by native English speakers? Probably not. But two different character types, different game modes such as co-op, multiplayer, single player AI, 1 to 4 players, randomized house walls and stuff. Blah blah blah. It looks ugly. There's no gameplay available in the trailers, just bad screenshots. The humor was like what an adult imagines a kid would like, kind of like Topcaster. It's like an old, like, you know, someone who's not in the generation that the game is aimed at, trying to like say that like, yeah, kids will like our humor. It's like no one gives a shit about the humor in this game. It's awful. So this is a no. I'm gonna give this a 13 out of 100 because it would be a much lower number except the shiny cat with the horrible bags under its eyes and just the garbage 3D modeling is actually kind of funny. So you need to read all of it. I can't though. It kills me. Good night, Lolliot. Kids love Tom and Jerry. That's another thing I don't get. Like, why in 2017 are you making something that's like clearly inspired by something so antiquated as Tom and Jerry? Why? No one gives a shit about Tom and Jerry. They haven't been relevant since what, the early 90s? Why? Just why put your like why hey, Tom and Jerry is great. Tom and Jerry was a relevant cartoon in the early 90s. Speak for yourself, Ty. Chat. When's the last time any of you gave a real shit about Tom and Jerry? I'm not talking about like looking back and when you were a kid or whatever. Early 2000s, no. Tom and Jerry were not early 2000s. Yeah, Itchy and Scratchy are more relevant than Tom and Jerry. Ren and Stimpy are more relevant than Tom and Jerry, and Ren and Stimpy are not relevant. Even a little. Mid-2000s. About 5 years ago? That's when you gave a shit about... You gave a shit about Tom and Jerry in 2012? You'd still watch it today. Kaneki, have you loaded up Tom and Jerry like recently to watch them? No. You haven't. It's not a thing, chat. Tom and Jerry is not a thing anymore. I'm glad you look back on it fondly, but no one gives a shit about Tom and Jerry, and no one gives a shit about bad, poorly designed PlayStation 1 homages to Tom and Jerry. Ty, stop. No, you stop. No one gives a shit about Tom and Jerry or your bad game. Does everything need to be culturally relevant? For anyone to give a shit about a cat and mouse game that looks like it's for the PlayStation 1, probably. Ty's too drunk? I've had one beer, I'm fine. Ty's making me... childhood is dead. Why? Okay, let's say you do fondly remember Tom and Jerry. And everyone Tom and Jerry was okay. I watched the movies, the cartoon, it was okay. It was a bit weak in terms of, like, the humor. But whatever. I like Tom and Jerry. Do you really think a game in 2017 that looks like it's for the PlayStation 1 with bad humor and even worse gameplay, with horrible nightmare fuel 3D models with giant bags under their eyes, do you think that's really doing the Tom and Jerry memory justice? No. No. Let's move on. Chat, please. I'm the voice of reason. You'd never play the game. No. Anyway, Paco 2. I'll agree with that one, yeah. So even if you think Tom and Jerry is the greatest thing, don't let your memory of Tom and Jerry be sullied by some trash... What is this? car physics don't make any sense. Get in, get out, get paid. Okay. Get in, get out, get paid. Paco 2 is an arcade driving game where you explore vast cities as a getaway driver, perform robberies with your crew, and shoot twin stick style while escaping the law. Successful getaways reward you with money, which can be used to modify player abilities and to buy new rides and locations. Paco 2 has been in the works for quite a while, but hasn't been previously released on any platform. But is Paco 1 available? Let me see. Paco 1 got 20 reviews and it's positive. Let me just see. Let me just see how much. What is with that audio track like glitching? Do you guys hear that? Do you hear it like on a That's not intentional. I've heard that song before. I've heard that song before, and it's not like that. We upvoted this early on. Oh, early on? Oh, yeah, that's right. This is the second version. That's the... Something's off with the video. I don't think that's the beat, because it's infuriating to listen to. You know what? Maybe it is intentional. Oh, that's a shame. That's a shame. Anyway, let's not worry about the music. Okay, so this did okay. It got 20 reviews, positive. Needs customization. Car chase. Not a bad game, but I don't recommend it. It was $8. That's a really steep price for the first game. It looks... I would say the first one looks like, well, the environment is nicer for this, definitely. It's just a weird time signature. No, no. That little cut, like, that awkward cut, I don't think that's just a weird time signature, because you can have a song in any time signature that's still, just because the beat is in a different rhythm, that was like a cut, like it's awkwardly, like, for like X amount of milliseconds. It's almost like cutting all the sound or most of the sound, and like it felt like it was starting at like the wrong time. And trust me, I've been a musician for a very long time. I don't think that was a time signature issue. It was either a weird, bad artistic decision, or something about the video audio encoding is like wrong. There's something off about that, and not in a good way. I think it was just, yeah, looped poorly, or something, maybe the video that Steam is providing glitched the audio or something. It's too weird. Anyway, this song does not have that, so it doesn't matter. So the environments in this look better, but the actual chases don't look as good. Jack of all trades. Well, I mean, I've been a musician my whole life, so I know about... I can read music, and I know about time signatures, and I have rhythm and all that stuff, so... It's okay. This is okay. The first one did okay as well, and I know we upvoted the first one a long time ago. This is alright. I don't think it's anything special. I think we're looking at probably another 55, or I'll give it a 60. It looks a lot like the first one, but I think it deserves to be on Steam. The price tag of the first game is a bit steep. $8 for that is like, I'd sooner see it for like five. I would expect it for about $5. But and people were complaining about the price. So like, ooh, like $8. I would expect it to be like $3. But I'm gonna give it a yes. I'm gonna give it 55. It's okay. I wish I could hear some sound effects rather than just the music over top, but this is kind of neat. I like this. So anyway, we're gonna move on. Paco 2. I think it's pronounced Paco. Now this, chat. What am I seeing? You don't have any rhythm? Kaya's rhythm, DDR streamer Riot. Okay. Here we go. Desktop capture of, is this, it's a 15-second, tell me, oh wait, no, there's an actual trailer. Hang on, oh well, gameplay. All those sound effects. Oh my god, dude. Oh my god. Oh, okay, let's look at the sprite. Nice desktop capture. Nice desktop. Oh wait, nope. This is like an old person's desktop. What are you doing? Even in my worst... Why would you do this? Clean up your desk. Like, I know too much about you now. Livestream producer, spriter. Okay, so you do some art stuff. There's a questionable... Okay, Steam Game Maker Studio. Fair enough. Blah, blah, blah. Sprite. Open broadcast. Okay, so that's your streaming software, publishing. What else? What can we learn about this guy? La. Skype. Still using Skype? Really? What is this? 2001? Recycling bin, high-res diagnosis, Skullgirls, fast... cavestory.exe shortcuts. You're a hacker with your cheatsy doodle fake exe. I'm kidding. I don't. It's probably not. He torrented Skyrim? How can you tell? Where? Where do you see the torrented Skyrim? PS1 emulators? Dude, you guys are seeing stuff I can't even see. Oh, he does have a PlayStation emulator. Smite. It was 2012 when he did this. That was the iTunes logo back then. Oh, you're right. Yeah. testv.exe. So, oh, there. Yeah, here we go. testv.exe shortcut. No one has Skyrim as a shortcut if you own it on Steam. Well, I mean, maybe. Because when you install it, doesn't Steam, really, like if you don't have Steam configured, doesn't Steam just put generic icons on your desktop? I don't know. Anyway. Wow, is all I have to say. This is just about the poorest of poor man's Castlevania ever. The background paintings are kind of nice. I like the use of the Diablo font. The art isn't horrible, and the design isn't horrible, but it's not a very good package all in all. Belial Art of the Devil is a 2D action platformer game inspired by Castlevania 2 or Castlevania Symphony of the Night and Aria of Shadow. It boasts awesome cast of characters and an epic story to boot. Looks great, fingers crossed. Interestingly spooky. No, it was just bad. Belial? That's how you pronounce it, isn't it? I've always pronounced it Belial. Do you think it's Belial? No, it's B, like a bee. Belial. That's how you pronounce it. It's from the Bible. It's paid reviews? No, I mean, are you really paying for two? It's probably just the guy's friends. Belial? I have heard Belial, but I've also heard Belial. Let me find out. Belial. Belial? Do they have a pronunciation? Because I've definitely heard both. Belial. Yeah, I've definitely heard Belial, but I've definitely heard Belial as well. I can't remember. Was it... Interesting. There's probably a button there for, yeah, how to pronounce. Hang on. Hang on.
Belial. Belial. Belial.
Nope, voice is wrong. Text to speech. This isn't text to speech, guys. This is a person. This is a channel dedicated to pronouncing stuff. It's a, yeah. But hang on. How to pronounce Belial or Belial or whatever. Okay, let's try a different one. We'll check 3 sources and go with that.
Belial. Belial.
Hang on. I'm not using just garbage text to speech. I'm actually going to different sites and clicking on like that have pronunciations. Okay, pronunciation of download. Why would I download it? You fuck. Just give me a button to click. You're the worst. Hang on. How to pronounce, okay. How to pronounce .com. How to pronounce .com. Here we go. This will be the one.
Belial. Belial.
Now that's text to speech. That's some trash. So far we're 3 for 3 with Belial as opposed to Belial. Definition of Belial in English.
Belial.
The name for the devil from Hebrew, Belial. Worthlessness. So far out of 4 different places. This one's the OxfordDictionaries.com. So far out of 4 sources, including OxfordDictionaries.com.
Belial.
They're all Belial. So chat. I think I think it's time to shower me in appreciation for my my good judgment and my correct pronunciation of strange Hebrew words that probably no one actually remembers. You've never heard of Belial, it as Belial before today? I've only heard of it as Belial up until today. No, I've definitely heard Belial before. I've heard that. But we checked 4 sources. So, I'm gonna go ahead and say... In that case, Diablo's Belial is Belial. You mean from the game Diablo? That's not your best source. To be fair, in the first Diablo game, they pronounced Diablo as Diablo. At least Cain did. And also he pronounced something else that was super fucking like... Tyrael. In the first Diablo game, it was pronounced Tyrael. And that's wrong. We know that. We know it's Tyrael. But it was pronounced literally phonetically like Tyrael. So I don't really trust Diablo or Blizzard or anything like that to really super research how all of their pronunciations are. Because even within their own games, they've gotten the pronunciation wrong. And I love Diablo, but I've stopped using it as an actual source for anything because they're very inconsistent. So, and to be fair, Belial, I'm pretty sure I heard the first time I heard Belial was in Diablo 1. So maybe my own pronunciation of it is like wrong. Belial's pronounced Tal Rasha. Perfect. Done. Let's move on. Anyway, this is no. We did all that posturing for a no. It's not horrible, but I don't think it's there yet. The gameplay looked awful. The animations and the sound design were wretched. But other than that, it was okay. I'm gonna give it a 35 because it's on its way to being something that I could consider lighting, but it's not there yet. So yeah, we're gonna move on. It's pronounced belly laugh. Okay. March on the Beach. The map layout was aberrant. Alright, let's do it. Is it abhorrent? Aberrant. Abhorrent. You know what? Let's stop worrying about pronunciation. What is this game called again? March on the Beach. Abhorrent. Gotcha. Because I know aberrant means like evil or mean or shitty. What will you hear? The sound of many refunds. Many, many dings on your phone late at night informing you that customers who purchased March on the Beach have now refunded it. That's what you will hear. What am I gonna hear? Not this game. Can you believe this? Okay, I like this. I like the bunny. March on the Beach is a short game about listening to seashells. A playthrough should take less than 10 minutes. It is free to play. Stop. You have a valid concern about shovelware. Rest assured, this game is very to the point. It's short and it's free, so I hope you will be satisfied after playing it. You gotta, even though it's free, and even though it's supposed to be a short, artsy, whatever game, I'm not convinced it's not worth being on Steam. You haven't shown me anything other than a dude walking up and walking to the water, and what will you hear? So it's no. In the same way that if you show me a video, if you show me a trailer about nothing, I'm not gonna suddenly say, oh, it's free. Okay, cool. No. So, no. Would not waste my time. Nah, I mean, free or otherwise, it's like, no. I do like the bunny though. So I gotta say no. I mean, I can't even really rate it. 20 out of 100, mostly because it's free. I do like how the rabbit's ears move. Why is this the biggest image ever? This is the biggest GIF ever made. Anyway, let's move on. There have been some exceptionally bad games tonight, chat. Is that most a -6? 20 points for the bunny alone. Done. The character toupee lifts? Or the character's toupee lifts? If I want natural beach sounds, I will put on some HD ASMR video. No, please don't. Oh god. ASMR to this day is still the thing that just kills me the most. It's so bad, man. ASMR is the worst thing. Ugh. Ugh. Okay. Project Aflan. Why is it so bad? It's... I think part of it is that it's a sex thing that pretends not to be a sex thing. And the people who are into ASMR, like, they like to defend it as not being a sex thing. And it is. So not that that's necessarily in itself a bad thing. The ASMR, so ASMR for some people elicits different reactions. For some people, it's tingly and relaxing and whatever. For me, ASMR is like rage. Not rage, but like mega cringe, like my skin is crawling and I need to fucking leave. Like, whenever I stumble across an ASMR video for whatever reason, as soon as the person's like whispering into the microphone and like scratchy, clicky, gross sounds, I have to turn it off and I have to fucking run. It's so bad. And I'm not talking about ASMR of like rain. I'm talking about, you know what I mean when I say ASMR. I mean, like, you know.
We have to clear out those buildings. Let's go.
Anyway, we'll just let this go and it's in the background.
I don't like the looks of this.
This is a big pile of shit, whatever was on the screen here. Why is there no sound in the video? There's sound, it's just really bad. Now that's ASMR. No, like ASMR, it kills me. It's so fucking weird and creepy, and it makes my skin crawl. I can't do it at all.
Clear.
Wow, this is remarkably awful. What were you thinking making this game? This game.
What was that? We have to get back.
What was that? Oh, God. Oh, the guns fire so badly. Look how trash. Looks like H1Z1. This no. This looks like H-1Z -10. I love this interface. Actually, no, I hate it.
They got the pilot. There was nothing I could do.
We have to go.
Look at her run. Look at her. Hang on. I gotta see that again. Okay, hang on. We got it. That is amazing.
They got the pilot. There was nothing I could do.
You have to go before more of them arrive. November, you could hold them off while I go prep the helo.
Her name's November?
Dr. Hernandez, you're coming with
Oh wait,
me.
Dr. Hernandez. The main character's name is November. Look at these.
Just enough to get us out of here.
This is where we go when we die. To this valley of zombies. There's people named April. Oh, I'm aware. Just naming your character in a video game November just seems so just... Well, it seems like a joke. And I don't think it's intended to be that way. Okay, I have a better idea, chat. We can make this better. Hang on. Thank you, Caladocoya. Okay, I've lost too many brain cells. This game is not just a big. This is a huge garbage. This is an entire dumpster on my computer screen. You play as Agent November 7. You and your partner has been tasked to guard a biologist. This is English only, chat. English only. No other languages. English. You play as Agent November 7. You and your partner has been tasked to guard a biologist as she attempts to recover viable samples in a former quarantine zone now known as the Meteor Impact Zone. On your way to link up point at a military outpost, you encounter a sandstorm and your helicopter is forced to land. Things start to go awry when the pilot is incapacitated and your team is forced to flee a usually quiet area. I don't understand. I don't understand. We're gonna assume this is an English speaker because the game's only available in English. I don't get how there's so many people that can make a video game in an engine with animations and art and coding and all this shit, but can't write a paragraph on the internet in their own native language. Oh wait, it's probably not their native language. Oh, then why is your game only available in English? Because you're bad at game development. Gray Road. Fuck's sake. Get this shit off my Steam Greenlight. No thanks. You get a 3 out of 100. No. Just don't. If you're making a game that looks worse than a Half-Life 1 mod, No. With like scorched earth fucking backgrounds? Ugh. Anyway, this is a big fuck no. This might be the last one, or it might be one of the last ones. Ah, so bad, so bad. Click here for the reason why Greenlight is dying. Okay, the next thing we're gonna look at is X Space 9, or XS9.
My name's Jake. Let me tell you a story about my past. A long time ago, a strange thing came to me. Stranger than you could ever imagine. Let me give you some advice, son. You can't be friends with everyone, so choose carefully. And when it comes to survival, your equipment's your best friend. What lies beyond the dark frontier, nobody knows. Think fast and make quick decisions. Sometimes the best way to survive is simply not to die. And remember, son, we are not alone. Welcome to X Space 9, son.
Oh my fucking god. So aside from that jump scare and the incredibly high quality voiceover, this looks like shit. Okay, it doesn't look horrible. Fuck it, I'm letting chat take this one. Yes or no? Yay or nay? X Space 9. And don't be seduced by that voice. The voice was really nice. The voice beckons me sweetly. Vote yes for your birthday. You are Jake. Your mission: discover what lies beyond the dark frontier. To accomplish this, you need to upgrade your spaceships and the space station. X Space 9 is a space station built in the furthest realm of the universe ever to be reached by humans. You will have to gather resources to increase your skills, spaceship weapons and components, discover new areas to unlock more powerful materials and legendary artifacts. Fine. It gets a 50. Nothing more, nothing less. The interface is okay. It's dated. It's from fucking 20 years ago, but it's okay. The gameplay looked alright. It's one of those things that's like right on the edge for me. It's like, it's... Nah, fuck it. 49, too bad. Nice try. Next time. Next time. Next time. Give me 1% more and we'll give you your upvote. I don't care, chat. It's right on the edge. You guys can vote yay or nay. The game's gonna get greenlit. We know that. Pally Dan, are you still here? Did you had one more game for me? Ty the Cruel? That wasn't concept art. It was a game. It was just kind of a bad game. No. I need the name. Elimination Tower? What's the name of the game? Fists Elimination Tower. Okay. This will be the last one. Let's go.
Welcome to Fist's Elimination Tower. I'm your host, Allison Fist. Come be a contestant and you can jump on robots, dodge obstacles, win money that you can spend on hats, jump again, get electrocuted, fall down a pit, get smushed between two giant mechanical fists. I'm sorry, I got a little distracted there. Fist's Elimination Tower. Now, say it with me. Look out for fists.
That was cool. I guess it's just a weird platformer with fists. Some 2D formers give you rewards like more points or extra lives when you jump multiple enemies without touching the floor. Fist Elimination Tower offers you a much grander prize for doing survival. Play as a queue of randomly generated contestants that enter the tower, all hoping to win cash prizes. The glory of being the first person to ever reach the top, but they'll have to look out for fists. Jump your way through 200 floors. Fishy from Jade from Skyhook and a few characters from my comic Berserker. That was cool. I don't mind that. The art was nice and the animation is cool. The platforming actually looks like it'd be pretty fun. Well, see, I don't understand this. How? I guess you hit a boom, boom, boom. I'm trying to understand what the physics. Anyway, yeah, this looks cool. I don't think it's incredible or amazing, and the trailer was a little bit weak. The voiceover was kind of nice, but the actual like presentation and stuff was a little bit weak. But my interest is piqued. So I'll give it a yes. Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, I don't understand like the I'm not quite sure about the physics engine and like the way the characters like fall and jump and stuff, but it looks okay. So I'll give it a yeah. We'll give it a yeah. Anyway, chat, that was Steam Greenlight. Why is this back here? Oh, this is recent submissions. Gotcha. Anyway, chat, it's almost 5 a.m. I got a lot of packing to do tomorrow and another stream to get to tomorrow. Tomorrow will be the last stream before I move. But damn, thank you guys for hanging out. Thank you everybody who subbed and donated and followed and lurked and threw bits and hung out and told jokes and watched me and damn. It was really fun. So let's go find someone to